mainly going to try and do some tips real quick, and hopefully I'll do some Balrog matches. But if you watched my first video, which I hope you did, it'll be about just like day 1 stuff of like, I'll do a quick recap of just trying to figure out who you like, so going through like the trials, bodying up on the arcade, or like bodying up in the survival mode, try to get that fight money, and hopefully after about a week or so you should have a solid character that you like, or maybe you like a certain character but you're like content playing them. And the main thing I want to teach you for like day 7 or weeks later, after you kind of find a character and you hopefully got like one of those down, like a 3-hit combo, does solid damage, get a knockdown, pretty good, like that's fine. Maybe you know a jumping combo, like maybe you know one for when they're dizzy, that's great. But the main thing you need to know about this time, when you're still in like bronze, silver, you're trying to improve at this game, is to know your anti-airs. Now, every character has different anti-airs. You gotta figure out which anti-airs you find the most useful. Some anti-airs can just be an air-to-air. And how are we gonna test that out? So, I don't have that set. If you press start, got your positions, that's fine. If you press R1, we gotta stay, we got jump. But this jump, if I press it for us, it's just neutral jump. Not realistic for what we want to do, because that's not what scrubs are doing, right? They're just jumping in on you. And you're like, dude, he keeps jumping on me. It's fine. You're gonna learn to just anti-air them. So you don't just set them to that. What you need to do is set this to play recording. Never mind. Play recording. Start recording. And now I'm Ken. And you can always press start and you can redo it. So I'm gonna restart and just jump. Maybe I do like another hit just to make sure I'm getting punished. Also, make sure you hold back after you do your jump in. I'm holding back here. It's just so it knows if you... It's gonna block basically if you mess up. And you, like, if you're trying to punish them, it shows if you punch them or not by keeping the block button there. So, whoop, let's reset everything. Finish recording, start recording, let's do a jump in, and I'll block. Boom. So now you gotta make sure you do action playback and turn it on. Action playback, number 1 on. Cool. So now if we restart, he's gonna jump at me. See, I was crouching and I got hit. Crouching against aerial attacks doesn't block it. You must stand block. And luckily Balrog has really easy anti-airs. He has his medium punch, standing medium punch to be specific, and his crouch heavy punch. Now if you notice, if I move here, sorry, if I move up and I try to anti-air there, I'm getting crossed over. You need to take that into account when you're trying to anti-air. If you're here, I want to say Balrog's pretty lucky. That's not much of an issue. Other characters are more exaggerated. But you need to know where you can anti-air at. I can anti-air here. If I'm right this close, I can if I wait for a cross-up, if I wait. But if I go too early, I'm missing. But if I just wait, I can anti-air. You can get some combos off of it. Actually, I didn't even know that crush counter, to be honest. So we're learning. See, too early. That time is late, and I still got crossed up. It's always good to just know your range. And if you just anti-air everything, you at least get to gold, I promise. Because that's all people want to do. Now, let's say you're like, okay, I got in-ears and neutral, like I can see the jumps, I'm good. Well, maybe you need to practice being in the corner. And maybe this is like, maybe you're worried about cross-ups, because Ken's and Ryu's and Shoto's jump over you. Well, I'll create a different slot on this one. And I'll jump here. And we cross up. Now, I'm going to show that again though, because maybe you didn't see, but there will be an indicator on the screen that it's a cross up. See? There was no indicator on that, it wasn't a cross up. Cross up. It says it on the screen for us. Cross up. Not a cross up. So we'll make sure we do a cross up. Boop. And block. Turn this one off, turn this one on. But if you want, you could turn on both. And that'll help you practice doing... That's a little too extra for right now. We'll just do this for now. So far this covers it. But let's say anti-air, and he does it again. I still got crossed up. So clear I'm not doing my anti-air correctly. See, I walked that on. And this is what you want to practice, is just see what your antis are. Like I said, every character is different, maybe you gotta air to air. Make sure you test all your air to airs. And what beats out what. Maybe their jab is faster than your jab. But that's character specific. Just worry about your main anti-air button. See, I don't think I can anti-air here. I can anti-air this, but if I think it's try to wait, I'm getting crossed up. So this is good to know. If they jump, I need to move a little bit. Hopefully, if you're struggling with, for example, let's say your main is Ken. And maybe, I can't do that. Maybe you are Ken, and you're like, Shoryuken is really good, but you're really struggling with it. You could keep just practicing against jumping computers. Walking back, walking forward, stopping. Or maybe you're like, I'm just gonna do this for now. This is solid. Or maybe you're just like, I'm just gonna air to air. But figure out what you're comfortable with, but make sure you're always anti-airing. And you'll do really solid. Just wait, wait for a jump, anti-air, anti-air, anti-air. It'll help you a lot at this low level. The other big thing I want to talk about along with anti-airing at this level is to know a little bit of frame data. Just a little bit. Like, obvious, you can punish. And by punish, I mean even if they hit you in a block string, I'll set the computer to block. This will come over time, but this is really important, is certain moves, as you know, are faster or slower. And, oh, I'm dumb, guys. You might have pulled up this game and not realized how I got that data up there. So let me pull that up real quick. So, I think if you go to basic, yeah, in the basic settings we have frame advantage color and attack data. These will be off, I think, for default. Just turn them on. I like to turn on the colors. You don't have to. It can maybe help you show that when you're advantage versus not. See, I'm blue, I'm positive, and he's negative. But light and heavies. Man, that's not universal though. Basically, moves that are really slow, like this. See how I'm red? That means I'm punishable. Or if Ken does it, so let's record guard actions. If he's blocking, I'll just do this for now. A sweep. To do that, at the dummy settings, when your dummy is in the state of standing or whatever, not input, you can record their guard recovery. So after they guard, what is their attack? This one I'll do a jab. No, I'll do I try to do a light kick. I think that's his 3-fang. I'm just mashing the button, and I'm waiting to see that reversal sign. So that means you got it right after. Is like the most immediate you can do it is right after that. All their videos, I hope, will tell you this stuff as well. Anyways, we have to set them. So let's set this one. And we'll go back to neutral. So he's going to block everything. And when he blocks, he's going to attack. And I'm holding... Whoop. I'm going to be holding back. See, I'm holding back. And even after I do this, he's still going to punish me. I can't block. His move is faster than mine before I can block. And like I said, anything you see sweep, you sweep. So that's crouch, heavy, kick. This is pretty universal. If a character does this, you can do it right back if you block. Blocking is very useful, along with the anti-airs. This is why I want to tell you about punishes. Just because with that, anti-airs, blocking everything, and then you have a solid defense to punish, you'll be doing strong. You'll start to learn all the other things later, and I'll try to break down more. But I also recommend watching James Chen's videos. He's got a lot of good stuff about frame data, and that's where I learn things. And then I watch character specific stuff for other things, but that'll come later. Also, maybe you know like one of your fastest combos. Like for Balrogs, it's just standing, medium, and heavy, and it's just a 3-hit combo. It's just like boom, boom, boom. And as you see, I was -8. I'm getting punished. But let's say Ken is doing it. Did I put it for 1? Ooh, okay. I think. Let's find out. I did. So, see a sweep, I sweep. But I also want to show, maybe you're not sure if your sweep is fast enough. If you're right close, you can usually do your fastest response. This is my fastest move, boom, 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 is my target combo. Every character should have a very simple thing like that that's very fast. I think Ken's is back, medium punch. Just pick something that is your fastest too if you're unsure. And this can help you learn some other block strings. Like what is punchable. Maybe you're like, so you see sweep, you sweep, but maybe they throw out something like this. And you're like, did I not block? That'd be interesting. Is that punishable? I wouldn't even know. I am plus 13 though. Let's find out. So that's punishable. But what about... something like that. Is that punishable too? Oh my gosh, guys, losing my mind. I can't give you a good example. Trying to give you an example that isn't. Things spaced out, it's harder. No, this is safe. Unless it's like point blank. So yeah, let's say you're doing this and they're blocking your sweep. And you're like, man, that doesn't punish. Maybe you need to know a faster button. Maybe it won't reach. But at least you get a punish. So like, maybe there's a combo for it, like that. Then you're like, I can't do the combo yet. That's fine. Just, you punished it. Boom, punished it. I'm not doing as much damage as I could. You'll learn how to get that down later. But as long as you get a punish off of it, that's good. Dang, that's too far? Weird. And if you're worried about your ego in a match about this, I suggest just going to training mode and doing this thing. Oops. See, all my heavy buttons are too slow to punish. Block. Block. That one, I don't know why. I think it might be because he's not crouching always. Or maybe, yeah, you gotta do your fastest move. But I think those are the two biggest things at this lower level. Is blocking and getting just a punish. Doesn't have to be a good punish, doesn't have to be optimal, but just punishing people for overextending. Like I'm gonna say here, I better get punished. And like I said, this is going to be something that you learn over time. But anti-airing, maybe you air to air. Getting a punish, making sure you punish. I'll make sure I show you that real quick. make sure you get them punishes, especially on sweeps. People don't really know how to play this game, they just mash this button right at the beginning. Because they're so used to like old Street Fighter 2, right? The jump in, the heavy kick. So just block. And if you miss an anti-air, that's fine. Remember, you must block standing. Can't block crouching. So I think that's going to wrap up for the main two things after you have like found your character to play and you just want to get some matches in. Those are like the two things I think you need to know what to do. Blocking, anti-air, and by blocking I mean getting a punish. Because you probably have a combo that you can use. And you can use that to punish too probably, if it's fast enough. But anyways, now I'm gonna go look for some matches. Dang, nobody's on. Dang, guys, am I not gonna get a match? Am I not gonna get a match? I usually get matches at this time. It's Thursday. I don't think there's any tournaments either. I mean, there's a tournament yesterday.